G'day guys, knocked off work, snuck out just a little bit early, and we're going fishing. How good's that? Going to Lake Tyres on my own, just a night. I'll come back lunchtime tomorrow. Just taking the opportunity whilst the weather's great, low wind, barely a cloud in the sky, nice big H of high pressure on the barometric chart, and yeah, we're gonna go try and catch a fish. Had some success here before, see how we go. There's some big flatties. Had a mate who was here a couple of weeks ago, caught nothing, so there's the potential for donuts as well. But yeah, tonight's a swag with the campfire, can't wait. It's gonna be good. Just got to get through the traffic, might take a while. Bit of a night drive, got in a bit late, but the track's pretty good. It's not exactly full driving, you can get down here in a two-wheel drive car, but you know, it's just good to be off the bitumen. Feels like you're actually going on a bit of an adventure, even if it's just a dirt road. We'll get in, roll out the swag and get a fire going. Don't know if you can see this guy. It's a little possum just checking out the car. Seeing if I got any food, I guess. Where'd he go? There he is. G'day mate. How you going? I don't have anything. There he goes, up the tree. Hey buddy. That's cool. How you going, mate? I don't have any food. Not for you anyway. That would be cheating. You can come and hang out by the fire if you like. It's warm. Well, normally I'd wait a little longer for the fire to die down, but I'm hungry. Well, not hungry, I just want a marshmallow. So, and I don't mind a bit of black. Let's get it in there. Light them up, get it right in there, look at that. Both sides. Oh. Love that sizzle. Yeah. Doesn't matter how old you are, toasted marshmallow by the campfire is still a good thing. Love it. Alright. Well, we're nice and relaxed by the fire here, belly full of marshmallows. Thought we'd just go over the plan for tomorrow really quickly. Brim and Flathead being Lake Tyres, obvious sort of targets. The spot where we are, which is, not that you can tell because it's quite dark, is on the western arm, and there's an area of flats up to my left, and there's some big girls up there, some big flatties, so going to flick a plastic around there. I've got some decent ones there, dropped one really good one about a year ago, maybe 80 plus, maybe bigger, but conservative will say 80 plus because, you know, the one that got away is always a big one. And then there's a whole lot of just solid brim ground and plenty of good sort of flatty areas, but there's a couple of good points just off to my right as I sit here. The point that we're on, sort of, there's another one from the other side of the lake that sort of juts out, creates a bit of a channel, sort of good little feeding ground. There's always tailor there every time I've been here, but yeah, there's usually some brim hanging around there if you can fish through the tailor. So yeah, we'll see how we go there and see if we can pick up a decent Tyres brim. They're you know, it's one of the things that the place is known for, but what I'm really interested in is, yeah, once the sun comes up and that area of flats over there, it's only a metre and a half deep, so sunning themselves an early spring day, I hope one of those big girls is around, and hope she's hungry. We'll see how we go. Well, good night. So we're in the swag, probably the world's most roomy swag. Do love this thing, and yeah, it's about 10 o'clock, so we'll get up about 6. Sun comes up about 6:30. Have a coffee, and we'll get out and about. Nice little evening. So it was nice to just sort of kick back and look at the stars next to the fire. So yeah, that's why we do it, isn't it? Catching fish is a bit of a bonus, but that's the plan for tomorrow. How good's this? Got a little swan on the water. Closest thing we got to morning traffic today. Mist on the water. Sun just popping up over there. Not a cloud. View from my swag, of course, so perfect. Morning brew on. Jet boil, little mini espresso. Got my tin of coffee and my cup. Got that one when I was up the Cape a few years ago. It's now my camping cup. It's pretty sweet. Little memento. And yeah, we'll have a coffee. Got some food to take with us. I reckon that's about boiled. You can hear it bubbling away. Turn that off, and we'll get a coffee on. So, water's boiled. It's got this like neoprene thing around it, so I can hold a cup of boiling water. So if I was just having soup or noodles, got a convenient little holder on it. It's pretty sweet. Got my mini espresso. It's got a little water reservoir here. Just dip a bit of water in there. Put it down. It's nice and stable. That goes in there. Then I just start pumping. On the water, and amongst the mist, sun just touching the trees. I head over to the edge here, try to locate a couple of snags if we can, but probably just troll along the edge for now. Just enjoy the surroundings, have a paddle, pick up a fish along the way, and we'll fish all along that edge, and then we'll work our way back a bit later. Morning. Just on the troll to our next little spot. A few little bait fish bust ups, but not exactly surface action. And heaps of these guys around, these swans. They're awesome. When the birds are around, I guess, you know, the system's a bit healthy. Getting a bit shallow along this point. We might pick something up, you never know. On the other side of the drop off. Then we'll work our way sort of into this bay a bit. And there's got these 2 points over here that will work. See if we can pick up a brim, and then we'll head back around that point there, back past camp, and we'll hit the flats. Just while we're on the troll here, I've turned around, we're heading back. The sun's about to hit those flats, so I think it's about time. But yeah, Lake Tyres, a little bit about the area. It's named after William Tyres in like the 1800s.
not sure of the exact date, can't remember. But interestingly, the local Aborigine people believe that Nakabunga, or God of the Sea, Prince of the Sea, however it's translated, he was, running over rivers and playing on the beach, and he got a bit tired, so he wanted a shady, peaceful, quiet spot to sleep. So he lied down and fell asleep, and he still sleeps to this day. And the Aboriginal people believe that he forms this landmass here, which is it separates the two arms of the lake, the eastern and the western arm. And so it's traditionally a quiet place here at Tyres. So I guess if you're here, just keep the music down to an acceptable volume, and try not to yell at each other too much, because if he's sleeping under there, wakes up, he's probably going to be grumpy. Alright, hooked up on the troll. Hit pretty hard. Feels just like a flatty. Oh, I might, a little bit of go in it. Might not be a flatty, might be a tailor actually, the way it's starting to shake its head now. Ooh. There we go. Ooh, let's try and take some line off me. Feels okay. Yeah, definitely a tailor. I think I just got a view of it, but yeah, nice little fight. Might be a little Trevor. No, we'll take first fish of the morning. Anyway, so it's always exciting. Decent size for a Tyres tailor, that one. If I can tire him out enough to get him in the net here. There we go. Not a bad fish. There you go. Gosh, he might be... He's over 30. I don't know if he's quite 40, but... Hooked him in the head, so he probably felt a bit bigger than he was. Normally hang out in packs, so I might see if we can play with these guys for a minute or two. Off. They usually go pretty nuts when I pick them up, so pretty keen to get a measure on him if I can. Put that over there. Picked up a jellyfish along the way. Get that out of there. Didn't order that. Alright, got my convenient paddle mounted measuring stick there, so we've got, like, we call him 40, but like 37 to the fork. There you go. Beautiful little Tyres tailor. Off you go, mate. And he's away. Alright, we're on the board. The old donut breaker. Alright. Had our little play with the Tay-Tays, the Swifties, the Taylor Swifts, and just rocking up back to camp. That's where we spent the night. Had a little fire just here, used an existing fire pit. Disappointing, there's a little bit of rubbish around. People not packing up after themselves. Pretty disappointing, but yeah, not a bad spot. There was another group just camped down here, a couple. They've packed up and left pretty early this morning. And yeah, we're gonna just pull in. I left my scissors in the car. We'll need that to change rigs. Well, it's a lot easier. And then yeah, we're gonna head down to the flats, have a flick around down there, see what we can't come up with. We'll hang around till about lunchtime, and then we'll head home. Okay, moving up on the area of flats now. You probably can't really see, but it's, I reckon it's less than a metre deep here. And yeah, hopefully there's some flatties kind of hanging out in the shallows. Arm kind of narrows up along here, usually a nice edge to fish. So yeah, hopefully you can see that. Super shallow. Cannot get in here unless you're in a kayak, which hopefully means we do. A couple of pelicans hanging out. One's got himself a nice little perch. Yeah, so this is what we're using. Little 1/16 jig head with the little purpley browny coloured soft plastic. It's a fish arrow. It's got a little fleck along the middle. I love these plastics. They catch most fish. And yeah, we're just going to cruise around here and see who's home. Well, as I continue to struggle to catch fish, I thought I'd share my new life jacket. I've been using the gas-powered self-inflating ones, whatever they're called, for a little while, and they require a little bit of maintenance, and they, you know, in the salt water, you don't want the canister to, you know, fail to fire when you really need it. So I've gone with it's a bit bulkier. It's taken a little bit of getting used to. This sort of vest, but fits sort of my sunnies and my phone. Got a couple of pockets I can put some, you know, my scissors or whatever in. And for the winter at least, it's I'm liking it because it's keeping me that bit warmer. So it just sort of hugs the body a bit. In summer it might be an issue. I was a bit worried that it would sort of ride up around the neck. But yeah, there's plenty of room in it. It's got some, you know, reflector bits, bright red. So I'm liking it. So kayaking's that that fine balance between safety and comfort when it comes to stuff like this. So whilst the yoke style one is certainly more comfortable, there's the risk that it's less safe if you don't maintain it, that is. But you know, you've got to remember to do that, and you've got to constantly check it. It's just an extra thing to think about. Where yeah, this one, phone will always float, right? I hope. Well, that looks like a deer. Definitely a deer. Was a deer, and not sure what happened to it, but it's ended up dead in the water, so I don't know if that's going to affect the fishing. It may do. I've seen signs of fish, but yeah, poor thing. I don't know how he ended up out here. He may have passed away further upstream and just this is where he's landed, so yeah, wow. So there is a slight current going this way, so any sort of effects that guy has will be largely felt further downstream. So I'm going to move up and fish this edge along here and maybe I'll have more luck. So there's a really slight current, so I've pushed up just a few hundred metres past that carcass, and we're going to fish this sort of shadowy edge along here. It just means that you and I got to look into the sun for a little bit, but hopefully that means we catch a fish. Yeah, really slight current, so I figured I'll just drift down, nice gentle pace, and just pepper this whole bank for the next couple 100 metres with as many casts as I can, and yeah, see if we can't catch a fish. Really simple technique this. So cast in close to the shore, let it sink. That's always the trick, gotta let it sink. And then I think I picked up some weed on this one, but I'll show you the technique, and then just you can actually see when the line goes slack that you've actually hit the bottom, and then you just kind of leave it there for a beat or two, and then you flick it up. There is bulk jellyfish along this edge. Thought, oh, I'll come and have a look over here. Maybe there's some flatties hiding. I don't know if they'll come out from underneath this like canopy of jellyfish. So yeah, different area of flats here. Still plenty of jellyfish, but not quite as shallow as the big area of flats with the carcass around the corner. And maybe a K out into the main lake. So as you can see, it's a pretty nice spot. Just starting to see some civilization around there, some houses. But yeah, this jellyfish, dead animals, early in the season, we might be pushing it, and a whole army of people have rocked up where I was camped. The shore is just lined with rods. Let's just say they must be close to the legal number of rods per person. Not actually sure what that is. I can look it up. Don't have reception here though. But anyway, I'll have to manoeuvre my yak in between their multitude of lines, and then we'll get back. We'll head home. So I'm just using this little bibbed hard body. It's got a bit of a flash to it. It's got a nice wide action. Just trying to wrangle something up. And yeah, it's a bit slow. Well, that's it guys. Sorry I couldn't bring you more fish. Hope you enjoyed the camping side of things. We'll get back out. Just odds stacked against us. That's all right. There's plenty more opportunities to get out for a fish. I'm gonna head back to Melbourne now, back to see the fam. Just that sort of one-nighter, sort of squeeze the life out of the days off by being there for sunrise, which is pretty nice. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos from Yak About.